So I've cut a slab, another very slender slab with a template that I came up with. You know, this is the shape of the template, and you wouldn't think to put a handle on this pot you would need this shape necessarily. So again, it's trial and error, and once you get it, you know, you record it so you don't have to figure it out again and again and again. And people will ask me, well, can't you just try it out with paper? Can't you make the shapes with paper and, you know, get closer to your ultimate goal that way? And the truth is that paper doesn't bend like clay bends. And so, no. You should make it out of clay, fold it, put it on. If it's right, take it off and trace it. If it's wrong, notice where it's wrong, where you need to either add some or remove some, redo it, put it on again. You know, you only have to go through this process once each time you design a new pot. So it's not that onerous, really. So as I prepare this handle to attach to the cream pitcher, I am just taking the edge off of both sides, this side and this side I already did. And so the handle is something that I want to add volume to, so I don't want to just use the flat slab. I'm holding it in my hand so that I can actually push it out. I developed these slab handles over many years, and I have to say, they're not so easy to make the first time, so you know, just be patient with yourself. Give it a lot of tries before you start expecting it to look like what I'm showing you. So once it's bellied out, I curve it one end in, all the way up, and then I take this side and overlap it. We didn't do the beveled cuts here because this is actually going to overlap completely. So you want to make sure that it's actually connected. You can't get your hand all the way in, but it doesn't matter because we're going to bend it. And the act of bending it creates compression. So that's pretty much what it looks like before it bends, okay? We also know that this point and this point have to be attached. And so in order to attach, I have to increase the surface area. So I am flaring out the base attachment, and I'm going to likewise flare out the rim attachment so that there's a place where I'll be able to push from the outside. Okay? So where I just allowed two kinks, if you will, to happen as I bent that handle, and where those kinks happen, you do have some control over. And so as you process your way through slab built handles, you'll play around with that and you'll see where your optimal spot is. The other thing I want to say is that the slab that you make to cut a template for a handle out of really needs to be a true meaning consistent all the way across. If you have a thin spot in that handle, in that slab, it's going to kink your handle where it wants to kink rather than where you want it to kink, because it basically becomes a weakness. So what I'm doing now is I'm just really making sure that this handle is making contact up at the top, so that when I draw my line to tell me where I need to score it, that it's accurate. Now the slip on the pot has stiffened up, and the pot is nice and stiff. If the pot were too soft, just the act of adding the handle would, dent it or warp it. So you can set that handle down, find the right tool,